Levo nandau sema tikumai. Binakapakalevo nandau aseti ko nanonda tu Vata na Radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco, may Kauti Keda Vata mai. And the sabo like sarni adawayani na walu sangabulu na undolo na kende wili ni matabu vale na Radio Bula Duavata. Ia e wili sarme vakatoto vatataki kina kende wili na ngwane tauke and aveya say pura. Do na like, do na share. Subscribe talaga Mike na Radio Bula Duavata and na YouTube. Radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco, may Kauti Keda Vata mai. Binakapakalevo nandau aseti ko nanonda tu Vata na Radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco, may Kauti Keda Vata mai. And the sabo like sarni adawayani na walu sangabulu na undolo na kende wili ni matabu vale na Radio Bula Duavata. Ia e wili sarme vakatoto vatataki kina kende wili na ngwane tauke and aveya say pura. Do na like, do na share. Subscribe talaga Mike na Radio Bula Duavata and na YouTube. Radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco, me Kauti Keda, Vata mai.
Ia bina walevu na sematiko mai amani soroko verata. Bina walevu. Isue, me inderelia rona pasingalevu se. Bina walevu amani. Sa bina walevu ndu. Aule, bina walevu. Michael Bea Senior. Mai Sacramento Bula binaka. Elaitia tama imbeka. Bina walevu. Sematiko mai o mai banua kandina loloma levu tuiani na heart home raki arna yandra sa tabu maleanga lakatungo sa andua na tabu malea isa na bo levu kemni sa binakamenta rongo do tungana keni tala no anda mai bokana nanu tu sa ra sarangan reida na malea ni sanda anda butu matanda saya do talengakina chone tui junior tamaimbala kei bill Pina boleh besar nam do bina numi tu mai kanden dengan da sakila na kaya tu tiko kanden dengan ni sambuta na malea sare rindo maka sartunga na ngaunongo gain do to kana parasa tomata bukan lele to ngana masim santo maka sarangane buka sigele pina boleh amani pina boleh Kwena nonda banua e bagarita kana minister ni marama ke nangone de binaka me bakasamata kina laveti tale mai kena kena bagayanga takitale na itotongi kuna e na nonda banua mai viti ngo ena buku ni wainganga ni be bonga matini taki ke era bolitaka se bolia ka be kauya ka na nonda banua e kaya olinda tambuya na minister ni sama e mbokodi na itotongi ngo na yabu ni boga bulewani ruana undolu tini ka tolu ya ninda saraida na be kaya du tikongo na nonda banua sa tini tasini taro birawa na be to soya kini wainganga ni be boga matini tak ritiko na koro ritiko na puno ni dakadaka na ngase na ngone buli turanga kina marama sabaka e nda sabaka yang takata udoko tiko na wainganga ni be boga matini taki na yabu ni boga bulewani ruana undolu tini ka tolu ama imboko dikina na lawa ni kuna na nonda bonua sa na numatiko na marama minister me sabaga le sui tali manda ma indera wa ni nangai taroba na baga ngataki baga iloa na bolitaki ke nebe kauyaki ni wainganga ni be boga mateni taki e baga ritaki mena moira ba take na sa na boliku mai viti ni sabaki leiti kona lenga ni wai na ngaunango na buku ni launga tarati kora nonda bonua e bagaritaka mai na matambose ngaraba na Water Authority of Fiji ni kawaitaki bagalebu saratiko na ituba kininraki kasa nrekakina na tombun ni mendawai kene bagasoni wai nonda banua na ngaunango sa lutu somu saratiko bagatotolo mai baturu bagaritaki mai ni salaitoka nandua na ibagatangin dengan denrendre na lebu ni wai tombun ni rao mai baturu kaina ki mai ni wakaki na mai lautoka, singatoka, mbaba take tabua, binaka tiko, toso tiko na dakadaka ni bengarabi ni baka nonroi ni wai, ia sabgarita ki nga mai, menta sanganga rauni, di sala ilai saratiko na menta wai. Mai wai ni koro ke ibunika, na iboliku mai lambasa, na sano maduata, bagarita ki mai kina, ni sabi bia lenga sarati ngana wai na ngaunango na iba soni wai mai na sala bakati ko kina nuita kini bono enda sala kia do batokango eron inda mani ni taka na wai ta baga nga taka baga lo matua baga buku meron itauri kenda tiko na ngauna enda dono mga tikongo ni salenga baga lebu na menda wai singa baga rawa ingo ne tuku ningito rasana kai vele bikina na yoti ni ngauna na wei kornibuli era sota tikongo ena rakabi ena nonda bonua kornibuli ni dorobou wata kei rana ngone leo ertu bagarita kana layone mai laudala na timi ni super grammar to sabaga rauti ko ena ngauna go na mbakitini kalima lako sombo ertu sangan ni baga wele takana gitongo baleta ertu na sota kina timi ni Marist Brothers e Kaunikwila. Goe ruana timi raunda usota kang vingali suini wai vinaka. E na sota ningito bakaungo. O suba grama ya bukan rukai Queen Victoria School. E na semifinal e na muadi mahadao saoti e na kai tulu sanga bulu kalima kei rua sanga bulu kandua. E na semifinal e na muani mahadao saoti. Ia erto ka sanga talinin dua na tikina e sebo. Erto bakadakule adake erto bakadakule sombu ngata tau do koningito kene wale erto kila merto nan reta kina na ulu ni dobi na muani madongo kaina kini rawa to kono da tala no taka baya ia ni sala ki da romba na lomo ni rara sando tani tala na be tala no ngor ni tuku mai na timi ni marist rawa to kono da be tala no rawa to kono bolle ia ninda lagi sota rara na taura toko ng buno taura tale tonganan rakusi ke na maboa. Era bakarita kamay na beiti miyaso ni Dorobou ni rasatu bakarau na ngaunango. Ka bakarita kamay ni rasana soliana non ringo kalay babuana kalau na kenabo. Na kon ni bule mai lami na lami high school na final talenga na matai ni ngauna na itukutuku ni be ngauna. E ngai final tiki ngo na korni buli na lami high school na mbaki tini kali wala ko sombu ka na sota kina korni buli ngo wata ke Queen Victoria School kwenda na sota pinakango na korni buli mai lami semberani na bandua na dua na ngauna na dua na iba katangin ni final sangai mbau kena isebungo erto na seni taura bakarawa na non ratu na rika na loma ni rara na Singapore rawengo meratu na laki i sota kina ke buli ni tu mai mata batu do na Queen Victoria School ertu sala ko tiku ngo meratu le Kauta mai na idobi sengatale ni ratu bakatara tutu na tikina ya kina biasa ibura-bura bakarita ki mai ni mate kasaba kabu beitala no atikongo na non da bura-bura na mpox sena monkeypox dua tani mai na COVID-19 era undu isar ya era bakarita ka mai baka na iba kasala na matambose era ngaraba na mbula raramba na matambose ke bura-bura na World Health Organization ni nondonu mendanganga raunikin na monkeypox senga ni kambe ba kawaletaki kasala urai na manu ni matengo ni ndaundewa baka totolo sara na banua inda tiko baka leo lebukina na leo ni banua rara ni gito we banua ni mbose ke na nonda ndau songo ni enda we banua eso totolo sarakina ni lande weekenda na manu ni monkeypox ya sa tiko kina na baka nui ni tanaganga rauni sa bura-bura leilai enda tiko kina totolo na we tosoyaki na nonda bura-bura totolo baka talenga kina na kena rawan indewa da be matangali mate pakaongo. Kore ke menina turanga kena marama na itukutuku na nonda bunua na itukutuku ningito kena itukutuku na be sai bura-bura nanraki da umaga kota na kena itubaki liwa tiko na toka lau deba seu wana wasa na sona ngauna rani buka tuloloa ka mimiri na uda na be bonua eso na be mbarabi mai nanronga kauta mai kisuba kauta ni kina bualiku kei tailebu na sanora na sanona itasiri wata kena mosi na moirani non da banua nandi lau toka ke mbana e tu mamanuda ke na atu sawa ke na sana tolu da kaunro bembua ke maduata sai kwangor na tukutuku ni raki membaleti kenda na singani kwa
na non da Vata ke City Veni Raturala.
Wakabuna meu sikalutu ale
Lone manasa watuloka na ngaunandiwi. Serela kamanda na nangunundomo we kemuni. Tikiko daulandi mbale ni sabu. Tikiko daulali mbay ni sabu. Dalawi na matangali may na top end Northern Territory. May dawi in Australia. Pinabaglebu. Mere mata ni tombua meme bula binak na marama ni andra. Kalau ngata tiko na singa ni kuwa kena itabi. Ratu na isa, ratu ni bahilele. Ludala bina na masekila ko dali buni tambua pinabale bunjina na barong ko tamo kengo nga nahingan ni kuwa ke muni na kanda oni bito sa kitiko na nonda bo noen lori sem basi sem motoka so na lago tiko na basikeli binabole ni binabole na no muni sem tiko mai anda na waraka tiko na non ratu itabi na mata allo tu na New Methodist na singale bunda inda na galir tiko burongo tiko ya ni anda be mama nindua ya binabole buna borongo tiko mai Pinagabole na no muni sama tiko mai nawe kanda na be bonua and the borongo tiko mai kina sombe ka nda ubina kata rasara toka nga sinindo na tuku ya mai ia rasara ranga yalo tunga mai o sa yalo tali tunga ni pinagabole ratu na isa ratu ni bahilele kalunga takoto na bingwarabi o kwe Castro Valley California Anjina ya kima misaba no ni pinagatuyan ni singale benda indai binaka bolebu Stino Tokona, pononi borongo tiko mekine na singale bundi kuwa ena radio Bula Duavata Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Selain berada memang bosotin kemu tubuh merungati salam nada kena singa dinambo sai Sili saroni Sekalo serewen lemongi Nikorai mai sama dan di bang tamu nilai balasina Selain moderasi tinggi Allah mayani baikkan munani Kuani korek sealam ini Kondai sama luni Sibiringi
JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kete kina na kakana boka biti me bakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani doitu na bundi na dalo se tapioca. Na kakana boka malangi me bakana steak baka loka kena coleslaw. Wee! Na kari toa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kay tiku talanga na nono specials and lomo ni madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai kena bungatale. Go na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Dili Jade Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talagang rato dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sarani kina Vato. Giritirto sana kina Vitu Saiba Vitu Tolo Dio Tolo Dundu Limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Me volia back in dono life insurance policy?
Nakakil nito tayo katil kabito ni okostita na 2022 o sagir ta kasarabiri ni tauna. Kami ngaya kila mada ngaya salah ko mana check. Sengat tali ni biara, sengat sarangan ni biara paling lain. In time sarangan mai. So ang kali wala ka tala tunda wala. Kuwertongko. Kau saya lo dengo kamu binaksa.
Iyo, o ya sarangan buna. E rau sara. Sa tiko na pepa se senga. Bula binaka se tobi mate. Kambani duan nga kana soma mena claim na lom ni rosa nga bulu kavana ua keada na lenga nisa e ambaki roa tina policy. Text mai kina wasa walu walu dua tolu tolu walu lima e na kene i tuku tuku matai lalai. Oia na wasa walu walu dua tolu tolu walu lima.
Na nonda Vata Vata, kay City Veni Raturla.
E koe rana bunda, ser makawa, ser mangosa. Andau magakina nanon da waronga na italanoa e rambulia nan dauni budu iliu. Na talanoa inon da wanoa na italanoa ni veto sa aki nang gito ke na italanoa ngā ni vengau na marauta ke nda sota kaya. Bula vina kastino tokona mai Aucklandi, New Zealandi. Vina wale una sema mai chona dani koro, o ni simo, o Taniela, o Takirua, laudala bitchingango. E wakawia o indua na kambani, e ratu waka tiko kina nei laolongo. Ia vinaka wakalebu, wakatilengu tiko ngango, ni waka singalebu pinaka, vinaka wakalebu, ya kalunga tangwarani o nisa waka singalebu. Vinaka wakalebu chona dani, vinaka wakalebu. Poate tikondala, chona dani koro vinaka na sere. Tarabango meratunga imbawu taikina iyo, vinagabalebu mere matani tombua marama vinagabalebu marama matangali vinagabalebu na sema tiko mai na singalebu endai e sabe bientau makasarati ko nanraki ye rungu tuga na sona ngau na kanda nuita kani rauni tauri kanda tiko yani mezo vana ka biendai enda be tala enda be mama ni ndua ena ke Kauti kanda ni na New Methodist kina rua na kalo komenta baka dabara kina na nonda ngauna ena singalebu enda indai. Vinagabalebu alo vetimbulai vinagabalebu na yadam beka ya mai na korvo au da numa. Bula vinaka alo vetimbulai bula vinaka. Arangai vitarabi mengo ira rabana numi chonada ni korro tiko mai. Chonada ni korro tiko nganga na ndora bono gori mai laudala beach estate. Ke kemani na vito sa kitiko na ngauna ni vengarabingo ni ngauna tiko ni baka dia nguna baka singa lebu na be to sa ki ngauna tiko ni nonda wara na numatu na be kai na ado na kabini kuwa ni otina baka singa lebu men like tomania ni kina na itabi en radio Bula Duavata San Francisco ni Kauti Keda Vata mai.
Let's go!
Senga dina ni kara rawa na daka waka kekiwa. Ia endona kainda wipu ke kawaka mamanta taka tuna bengaravi. O ia ke tuna kenda to kakana. Na ika, na dalo, na bisikete, na reo bata, na sunbells e tinimbulu makau. We kenda tona senga tiko ni driver, se senga ni waka motoka, kanda u Rendre na te beto seki. Erto satu wakarau na Divine Pacific Food Mart mai Sacramento, merto talaveani na nong ni voliboli. Rawa sara. We tartarangayani na taliboni diwa dua ono toluwa diwa ono saibarua. Merto bakarotaka katalada mai na nong ni voliboli ena kena ngona totolo tua.
Divine Pacific Food Mart, Vitorua Diwawalu Franklin Boulevard, Sacramento, California. Namba di telefoni Diwan Dua Ono Toluwa Diwa Ono Saivarua. Erto ngarap talangan ni kena lewang sumburi ani nanomu yaya. Mai na nondor tostoa kena nomu mate ni katumba. Dendram beka nangola ni kibali lo tero puku ni oso pakadadaka. Sendra kita beka na tos nimbula. Kuo ni lenga sinui gawa. Nana maki mai kena programu warotaki. Mai vera tau na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Nongu chisu, nongu banua. Rongo na vima manione na kabini buku lulu bei Kemando e California. Vima mani dua na singilewu ni lotu lewu bei Kemando e viti. And a radio Bula Duavata San Francisco. Me Kauti Keda Vata mai. JJ's Food Shack. E tiku kena na kakana boka biti me pakana kokonda. Lobo benga ni ngai kani itu na bundi nan dalo se tabioka. Na kakana boka malangi me pakana steak pakai loka kena coleslaw. Na karitoa sa wadha badina na kani kana. Kaya tiku talanga na nondo specials and the lomo ni madawa. Dau tamba na Facebook. Na doi ni tiwa ya na bani mandrai pai ke na bungatale. Gore na JJ's Food Shack. Viu Valley mo Billy Jean Street, Santa Rosa, California. Karo talaga nito dili mo yang may Santa Rosa, may yato sarani kinavato. Giritiro sana kinavitu sa ibabitu tolo dio tolo dundo limono. JJ's Food Shack, Santa Rosa, California.
Nanonda Vata ki City Veni Raturala.
Chisu Nongu Vanua, Warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA, and a Radio Bula Duavata San Francisco, me Kauti Keda Vatamai.
The plan we flow with the flow, and because of the external family that we have, like we flow with the flow. When the weekend the Bula Duavata, the Lewana Kanda Kama, the we search ourselves which way to go for the betterment of our children and our family.
Yes.
But because the Wamumuritunga, the Lutunga was a Lutiko, Rakaichuma in the Kamen. In those scenarios, it will be difficult to stand out. So we cannot be a standout. We cannot be relevant to the situation that we Australia, in New Zealand, in America, or in Europe. We cannot stand out and be shining light to people around us because we are so used to being a follower. We are. Kenda the susungi mai and the bula mai na murumura ko. Isolvi ka na kau ka na.
You have the ability.
Ability to
Yes.
to run,
Yeah.
to stand alone, make
To
decisions,
achieve.
and flourish
Yeah.
and overflow. Yan na ability sa sulit tumikin na nandaw ni Bimbuli. Sa kanino ba ko ikin?
Yeah.
Igor ni baro tsumani ko. How can that happen? I come from a line of failures, or I come from a line of people that they struggle. My grandfather struggled, my father, and now I'm struggling. Well, you can be a history makers. Yeah? A time to look into your life, look deep in that mirror, and tell that person, you can achieve.
Yeah.
You can do it. You are a history maker. You are a peculiar person. Mula ba? So to make it. Lako ke mga tumay na koro. Mamaroy. Sanggur sarang na numuweri ni Vita Vioca, ni Vitalo, na numuta ka. Sarang sa kampekan dito ng gel mo nititigin. Ako sarang ko. And for us that come overseas. Do talang gel binakatang talaguri. New Zealand, Australia. Bika na tumay Amerika. Kako ni muri ito nga because life is a time to rise and to challenge yourself. O ikaw nga mo challenge na gigutin.
Well, absolutely nothing is impossible.
Yeah.
If you believe in yourself that you can do it. And also very important that you keep. Na tamata ko na wabulita wakatarame may wabulita na numubula contribute talaga na kai ko na rauni rawata. Kaya kai ko, if you surround yourself with people that are very positive, they are achievers, and you achieve as well. But if you surround yourself with people that are like there's no focus in their life, no plans in their life. They live day to day, they have their day to day, finish it tomorrow. And the kind of conversation that you people, talk about, the things that you talk about, you can anticipate that you're going to be an achiever. But if you have to go that way, then you become a sore thumb in that crowd. And then you allow this peer pressure, to curb or to take away the things that you can achieve. So in the Vata if you're a man pleaser and you want to stay with your friends, what they
people
want you to do, because you are part of the crowd. But if you want to stick out like a sore thumb and stand out, well, that's the choice you have to make it happen and to achieve. So we will for you to make the decision for yourself, because we are all adults and we make that kind of decision to make it work and make it happen. And one thing that we have been highlighting, last time we had the couples session for the family conference. So we here had a session with the men, we have the women's session, we have the youth, and was not preaching, but just sharing and talking about the real things, the real things that matters. And sometimes, like in the church, we don't talk about those things. We come holy and do other spiritual things. But when we go home, we are faced with these issues at home. And these are the issues not only affecting the church people, but affecting every humans and every couples out there, regardless whether you are very high up in position in the hierarchy, or you are just a cleaner, or very low down in the community. Whatever, whichever level that you may be, you have a family, you have a husband, you have a wife, same issues apply, maybe in a different volume, in different elements that we had, and just that openness of discussing the things that is affecting, because we see the result. You see the happiness that is happening a lot in most families. They're living their family, living their children, broken marriages, a lot of things that are happening. And sometimes we are only reacting to what is happening here. We are highlighting what is happening here. We don't stand back and go back and ask what is the root of all this thing that is happening. Address that can save that marriage from going that direction or going in that way.
One big problem in marriage today is people cannot come together.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to discuss issue. People like they are short fuse.
Yeah,
people
and
they don't have
strong-headed,
passion.
Yeah.
And they don't want like all the problem.
Yeah.
The marriage nowadays, we are very good in highlighting the weakness and the problem of others. We don't have the passion or the real love that we need to. Nobody is perfect. No marriage is perfect. Problem. problem in marriage, then we will, we will continue to face with the problem. But when we try to have some cushion, some patience, understanding, and that's why the family table talk and the training that we are doing for family, dealing with the woman, issues with women, and then dealing with men, issues with men, and dealing with our young people, the youth, and then we have the couple. All this highlighting, you can see that everybody just agreeing with what we share. And we don't discuss the reality. People are going, fighting, arguing, they decide to go separate way. And a lot of families, they even go to court for that. And the DVROs, and that you can't wait to see one another. They can't wait to talk to one another. Now,
and has reached that stage.
They have 100 meters apart, as a rule of the law.
Stay away.
To stay away. So that means these two same people, they can, because they make it happen, they can also solve the problem, if any problem. And sometimes we are focusing so much on the problem, we are not focusing on the solution. Talk about the solution. Okay, what we can do. That we can, it's a solution. Have a solution.
And like what he said, and I totally agree with that. Most of the times we talk about the issues and the problems. There's no desire to fix it, and there's no desire to find a solution. Because you have, and then go back to the rights. I have my right, you have your right. No one wants to give in. It's my right, it's your right. And it's your choice in their right to make it right. And issues. So this will be ongoing that they make, and goes back to the individual. We can teach, we can discuss from the tabletop process. We can do everything, but at the end of the day, it's you. The choices you will make. A lot of good things you can hear, a lot of things you can access in the Facebook or YouTube or whatever that you are watching. A lot of good advices, and from people who paid for counseling. But at the end of the day, it really depends on you, on the decision you make for yourself, whether you really want to make it a change and make it happen and fix it. Because only then it takes your commitment to forego, give in, to make it happen.
That's why when you there must be an element of God to come in.
You
know why? Because when God comes, there's somebody there that is more right than our right. There's a conviction that will. Okay, I'm not. So I can forgive her. I can forgive him because I'm not. Because the element of God comes in. So when the element of God is right all the time. And that's.
And I like the way that you have mentioned that, because, like, if I'm coming in with my rights and you're coming in with your rights, and you cannot do any corporal punishment, because if you do, I'm going to report it to the police. The kind of conversation happened in the house, because everybody are fighting for their own rights. But when you bring God in, then it's nobody's rights. It becomes what God wants you to do. And God's right make you forgive. Because
God's right, it will give you a reflection.
Conviction.
And then you will say, no, if I'm not 100%, then why I can't forgive my wife? How can I
forgive your children?
Because the righteousness of God convict us that He is the only person that is right. So that's why when you said from the beginning, we look for the solution under the sun, we can't find it. Even the counselors, they also have their issues.
I mean, they're doing the job because it's their business or they're being paid to do.
And they learn.
But nobody knows whether their marriage works. Because we believe, or I believe, you can only give what it is to come with that knowledge and believe that it's going to work for somebody when it doesn't even work on you. So I mean, we can confidently offer or say and boldly to tell you there's no other way but to go to God, because we know who He is.
We've seen the
result. We are confident with this product, and we can give, because we have Him. We can give it to you, and we can tell you it works. And I mean, we don't want to offend people that are actually sitting in businesses and doing all that because it's their business, and people pay to go and get that, or pay to be counseled. And because it's their work. I mean, it's their work. It's what they paid to do. And it's a company that offers that service.
I remember during one testimony, a couple, they went to all the marriage counselors. And still does not work.
Yeah, this couple are actually living in New Zealand, and according to them, when they were going through issues, extramarital affairs, and they have decided, to go separate ways. But yet they say to themselves, okay, we'll try. And they've been going around to, ministries, counseling, and marriage ministries. And according to them, with all that is happening, at the end of the day, like in the night, when the husband actually came out with it and shared, he said, I had a knife under my pillow. When my wife is sleeping, I'm holding on to a knife. So those counseling services and everything, it may have worked. Don't get us wrong. It may have worked for some, but this is a story of a couple that it didn't work. And whatever that it was, it even led him to the fact that for him to hold a knife over, his sleeping wife. And nothing else changed that situation until the time then they just bring it to God, And it was God that made the change.
Yes.
So your issues may be different. You may raise your hand and say, oh no, I went to a marriage counseling service and it worked for me. Good, very good. Congratulations. It works for you. But we are talking to those that may not have fixed their problem because of these things that are happening. And sometimes it's good to stand back and just look behind those that are providing you counsel. Or even when you go to your friends. The very friends that's giving you counsel, they are the ones facing problems too at home. So don't get us wrong that we are trying to downgrade or speak down on or belittle people that we are speaking of. But we are trying to come to the reality. And speaking of realities, that you need to review the things that you're doing and re-look at what you're trusting in. And at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, my dear, God will be always part of that picture.
Yes, and God
regardless.
is the only solution that is proven time and time again.
Sometimes we don't want to acknowledge them in our workplaces. Sometimes the higher we get into our companies and the businesses that we own, the wealth that we have, it's easy for you to not even mention. I don't know why, but I see like we don't want to show that. It's like we thought it's weak. We thought like it's unprofessional for an achiever or somebody high up in the hierarchy to even mention God. And sometimes we feel that, or we think that is correct. But you never know when something hits you, when you get mild stroke, or you get cancer, or your family leave you, or your husband or your wife go and involve themselves in extramarital affair, or there's nothing within your reach, or nothing that your work or the wealth that you have can stop that. Nothing, absolutely nothing. It's only the Creator. It's only God, the very person or the very God that we try to snub and like you just downplay Him in every elements of our lives. We are confidently talking about Him. And for me, regardless where I am, if somebody come and approaches in the city and he knows and want to press right then, like in the street or wherever, we don't take them to the side. If it's what they want, well, if we believe it works, and we are going to, tell you that it works. So we are confident today that whatever problem that you're having with your marriage, whatever that you're going through with your children, there is no fix. The only fix is for you to go back to the Creator. Just like when you're driving your car and something happened to your car. You will not go to the dentist, my dear. You will go to the mechanic. Because the mechanic learns how to do that car, how to fix that car. And not only to any mechanic, there are certain levels of mechanics that can fix the car. Some are just body, they come in there, they do panel beaters and everything. And some are very specific, they go right down. And all those things they learn, they're trained and they're achieve before they can come and fix it. And just like that, and if you have a toothache, you will not go run into the, any other doctor, the GP. No, you will go to the dentist because the dentist needs to fix your teeth. The dentist learn about your teeth. And all those things that happen in your life, you will go to the specific people that are being trained and paid for, and also for the years of training, just for them to learn, and they can provide you that service. And exactly the same as we're trying to tell you here. In anything that happens in your life, you didn't evolve out of monkeys or ape for you to go looking for monkeys or who carried the monkeys. No, you will go looking for God that we believe that creates us. Because if anything happens to you, whether you're sick or whether anything to do with your relationship with your emotions and your feelings, anything that happens to do with humans, anything that happens to you with mankind, anything that happens to you as an individual, as a person, You will only need to go to God who creates you. That's what we believe, because we are Christians and we believe in this God.
Yeah.
So nakakiri ko na lang ko duruma na mavo na tabi mate na mate lelebu mate lalai na kay senyor ni isolta ka na vunuwai na nandambula makabiwatini na kabora ni mbula ni mata bubale na lasay tumba na non ratalendre na ngone na bibula rambula taka na drugs na HIV na tabanga ko ela ko chikungori e sangatalindo ko na roni didibi ko e ken mamiro ni vital nota ka na ko na mate ni tu ko na bi bodies na bi organization abir na non charitable organization sa tiko na aid na UNDP na kakega na kami burubura meron ni may bibuke e na senganin dua e na may buke na lenga tikongori o koenga ko mbulike da may bakatikibo ken mamala na nondam bulan dua me Vata mananga sengani taletaka me tabuti na dana se me kila ini kon garabi ko ya e nandona ngona oi ko na bangarai ko ya beleta na kake bi ko tokena ke na kake bi ko tungori e na sengini ron sili bi ko na bakavengu se marro na no mata bobale se marro na boleni wotimu me ron ni lo mani ko tikunga do moni ko tikunga me no na retali tu be do tale na marama se me na matimu marama me retali putumba we na do na maturanga ko ya na tarwa o ko kombulike munrao e sengini tarwa na system sengni tarwa na butu niyaw sengni tarwa ni lavo sengni tarwa na kambani o ko nga ko nando ni bimbuli yo ko kero kai and the be program bango na mata bumali le bango na kero na kami ko ni vitang tikina na kanikolo mala ko ni program ni loto sevada ba enda na tini ngabi ko yang balata na enda na bibita lota kana bilang galile enda na sota vatiko kena bi kai tarai kena nonda matenitu kena nonda mata bumali esa sekatalindo na kene wali o ko nga kombuli kende menda nita kendo na kaukawa e vedere wosibi me na kauko ni burubura na kauko ni matenitu kena nonda kauko ya ndundua na kauko ni lavo o ko ndondo nga
Tormandana, for example, you were saying the problem of drugs that we are having now.
Yeah.
The meetings continue to do that. Everybody is concerned. But when we talk about it, the more we talk about it, then we start to realize there's nothing we can do.
Nothing.
Nothing. That's why you said that only God can come in.
Yes.
And the quicker we understand,
realize
then we will rely on God. Because God is always waiting.
I mean, you hear about the high cases. We've read it in the in the papers. You hear it in the news on the high cases of drugs way back in Fiji now. Like it becomes an issue. I mean, one morning when I woke up and I see the TV screen, the TV NZ, like in the news on how the TV NZ is being played every 7 o'clock every morning in Fiji for my TV. Now, on the news, that big headline on the screen behind the newsreader or the anchor person, Fiji damage. I was thinking, Fiji damage. I only see damage when it's cyclone. I only see damage. A cyclone or something.
Earthquake or tsunami.
But Fiji damage. Okay, Fiji damage. Now, I want to give wrong in the news. Fiji is damaged because of the drugs. And that's what the world is saying about Fiji, that we are damaged. And even though they are damaged themselves, but our damage is bigger than their damage. That's their assessment because of the percentage of our population in Fiji and how, just how huge the things that have happened. But the concerning thing about it, like I believe for other countries, they have this rehabilitation center. Like if you really want to make it a fix, then there is what the nation or what the world or what the government can do is to provide a place that you can go if you want to correct your life. You go there, in a physical essence. But in Fiji, we don't have any rehabilitation center yet, considering the high rate of these drugs in Fiji. But for us who are believers, the rehabilitation center is God. Like you come to God because He can rehabilitate. He doesn't have to. He doesn't go through the whole process. He can do anything for you. We had one of the ladies that stood up during I think it was the ladies' session yesterday, and it came live too during the Miracles to Happen program. When she stood up and she shared, she had, she was HIV/AIDS in a patient for a very long time. And she came to church. And all those years, I never knew because when she was sharing yesterday, then I remembered her. I mean, now she's standing in front of the congregation here in Australia, in Sydney. Okay, na numa, may na Christian, na maramongo na bida namba kisaw, tindo chiko mo ko may lami. Indo, you remember?
Babi binaka.
Yeah. O kwengo, e na vivi wabo ki na babi binaka na rongo le mutu nga nando mo, na nangone kere ni lotu. Yeah, na no nangona satu do tiki no kwa me wasea, sange kau koya, na kai the kababi koya na kalo, e bambulai koya ma na HIV, kene AIDS. And she's free, from all that. Na manu kere, and wana gali check kene sa nothing else. She's here, and she just shared with us a day before she came down from her workplace here. Because the on registration in us, and that is a restored life, a rehabilitated life through the Creator, through the Creator. And whatever that you may be going through, don't say that they will say it's going to work for everybody, but we are offering about this product that we believe it works. And sitting yesterday and just hearing, what she was saying, my heart is blessed. Because it shows to others that it can work. There are a lot of people that are already damaged in their mental, in their brain when it comes to drugs. And that drugs leads you to this HIV because of the changing of needles, whatever needles that you're sharing with. One problem leads to another. I believe it was a former AG that said one day Fiji will be like, filled up with walking zombies, like the Walking Dead. And yesterday, he was actually sharing something with me when he came to bring the car to pick me up from where I was.
Just outside here, I picked the car to go and wait in a shopping mall for she will come back from the train, from the city.
Yeah.
And I saw one young woman, maybe 22, 23, will be below 30. And she was walking like
a walking dead.
A walking dead, like a zombie.
A zombie.
Yeah. But I just looked and said, oh, must be high on drugs. So I continued. But in front of me, at about 10 meters in front of me, there's a junction. And there's a big sign there, stop. So when I came and stopped, I did not realize that this walking zombie ran towards my car and tried to open the back door to get in. By that time, I look right, look to the left, look to the right, and the traffic is clear. And when I took off, automatic, I look at the rear vision, and this woman was trying to get into the car, walking zombie. It just happened yesterday, and that means.
You actually experienced or witnessed something that happened yesterday. That one day, the way it is in Fiji, might have those kind of cases that are going to be.
Not only that. Remember when we were in Winnipeg? We went there. We spent about 1 hour, 30 minutes there, and standing and living and talking to people. You are talking to them. They are talking to themselves. While hello, good morning, but they are full yarning away. Young men, young women, and some are sleeping, right on the street with their blanket, and their blanket can be shag cotton and smoking away. Imagine, when I think it was the Honorable Minister of Home Affairs warning us, if we are not careful, then Fiji will become a nation of zombie, which he said about 3 months ago. To me, what he said is something for us to be serious. And for us, we are selling a product that is very cheap, and it works because in the church we saw example.
It's not only cheap; it's free. It's free. No money involved, no exchange, no cost. It's free. So try him. Don't wait until something happens when you're right at the edge, and then you go looking for him. We guarantee he delivers what he promised.
I remember,
and he can save your marriage, he can save your life, he can restore your family.
I remember one of the youth, he's a senior pastor now, when he was a leader in Nandi youth. Because of the drugs and marijuana, he forgets. He cannot memorize a Bible verse. Today he's a senior pastor, and he's testifying. All his memory are restored. And he's a taxi driver. The wife is a school teacher. And those are the examples. In the church, there are so many senior pastors holding good position. and they can walk away from drugs.
Yeah.
They can walk away from alcohol. They can walk away from smoking. That means the solution that we are offering from the family table talk, 30th floor from Parramatta, it can work.
Well, the lights have faded and the day has started. And it's really beautiful. As you stand here on the 30th floor, all you see is the rooftops of all these tall buildings. And the only one that you cannot see the roof is the one that is taller than this building. So it's a really beautiful sight out here. I'm not very good with heights. If I look down too much, I feel it on my knees and I feel it on my legs. I just have to look across and look up. I don't look down because I'm bad with heights. And on that note, we are coming towards the end of this program.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong.
Thank
We are
you.
not here to entice you to come and join or to serve God. That's the only solution that we can offer you this
The
morning.
only solution.
Because the only solution that works
And
as
it's
well.
free.
Yeah, it's free. It's free. Not cheap. It's free. Yeah. And on that note, love your family.
Yeah.
And continue to reach out to your family regardless of what they go through, and try and find it in our hearts to forgive them, regardless of what the hurt that they have, done to you. Whatever it is, you need to stand up today. That's one thing that I've actually shared with the women yesterday, and we also did the same for the couples last night. You have every right to hate. You have every right to hit back. You have every right to go and pay back. Ito bi ko nang doon mo kama na kayo ko binakata mo kama. Yo kaya kay ko naman din na mo matuwali. Tumanda pa kandua. Tabale mo sota. Tabale mo release ka ng matuwali. Tabale mo laman na mo matuwali. Because at the end of the day, your family matters. So for those children that are out there, becoming these grown-up adults, children that are working, alawin nakagena naman na namitubutumo na bunog ang mga rin may kina. Kaya ko tiko malangi, sa tiko may bitin na namitubutumo, gena namirotok. Wakar tiko biyaraw sa nanonroy lavo, so na bunuwa tiko kina, nrenrito ko baka kina ng bula. So nang gana ratakataka, kaya hindi naman ganon manibaka. Some of they don't really need my money, they already have their money. But you'll be surprised. It's not the money, it's the thought and the act from you to show them that you love them. And whatever it is, try and allocate. Like I'll share. I know we only have 2 minutes. When I had my mother with me, she lives with me. I'm the youngest in the family. And soon as I got married, she came and lived with me until she died. I opened her bank account. I feed her at home. She stays with me. I respected her like she was just I'm living in her house and not her living in my house. I deduct my pay to her card all the time. And she uses it when she goes and visits her other children and her other grandchildren. I do that for my mom, even though I was looking after her, even though she was living in my own house. So I would like to recommend for children out there, sacrifice, na camera bulakina, because susukina, memera kina na bulik sa mera matatoka, senambulo ko sa metiko kina gore. Atoron do na sacrifice din do na tubutumbu, atoron do na sacrifice do na tina, atoron do na sacrifice din do na naturang tama. So toron na ngona ya, ni resembula tiko, tuko na vira. Niko marutaka, tuko na vira na nomo babi binaka, e na vinga rabaka toron mo bula, kina sona kalalay, obisi ko ni ko tirto na lubemo. Ito na tatale, mirarito kami na dito buto mararibikanda na luvenda, ribikanda na onda kawita ka na nonarbula. So share that love and love your family. And if you know that you're far apart in distance, different countries, well, pray together through Viber, pray together through Facebook, try and connect somehow and make it work because it can work. Yeah. On that note, thank you all the way from the 30th floor at Meriton Suite out here in Parramatta City.
Na nonda Vata ki City Beni Raturala and a radio Bula Duavata, San Francisco. Me Kochi Kenda Vatamai.